blaring our podcast. Nothing is sweeter than Swiftcast.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 52. We have a really exciting episode for you today, and hosting this episode today is Steph,
Ashley,
and Haley.
Before we get started, it's Mother's Day today, so we want to wish Mama Swift a very happy Mother's Day, and any other Swiftie mamas like Haley, happy Mother's Day. Did you do anything fun today, Haley?
I got to sleep in late. I got up at noon. It was nice.
That is nice.
We also want to thank all the band members' wives who have kids now. A very happy Mother's Day as well, since they are a big part of our fandom, and we love seeing photos of their kids.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder what Taylor did for Mama Swift today.
maybe she painted her something.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe she has a new Mother's Day song for her that's going to be on album 5.
Oh, I hope so. The Best Day is one of the best songs ever.
Best Day, the sequel.
Well, happy Mother's Day again to all the Swiftie moms out there. We hope you had a great day, and we hope you listened to The Best Day a million times today. For now, we are going to jump right into Keeping Up with Swift, and first we have some voting reminders for you. Taylor is nominated for Social Artist and Country Artist for this year's Billboard Music Awards, and the show is going to air on May 18th at 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC.
That's next Sunday.
Next Sunday, yeah. We don't know yet whether Taylor will be there, but keep an eye on our Twitter. We'll definitely let you know if she's going to. I hope she goes. I just don't know. She's only up for 2 awards. She might sit this one out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 99% sure she wouldn't be performing.
Right. It wouldn't really make sense for her to perform this year. But, for me, I always love seeing her dressed up, so I do hope she goes. But we'll keep you guys updated. Taylor's also nominated for 6 World Music Awards, and this show is going to air on May 27th, and it's going to be live streamed. So if you can vote for Taylor at www.worldmusicawards.com, she's up for 6 categories, and those include Best Female Artist, Best Entertainer, Best Live Act, Best Album, Best Song for I Knew You Were Trouble, and Best Video for Everything Has Changed. And then finally, Taylor is nominated for 4 CMT Country Music Awards. The show is going to air on June 4th at 8 p.m. on the CMT channel. And right now you can go vote for Taylor at www.cmt.com. The way the voting works for this show is you can vote once between now and June 2nd, and then they're going to have a second round of voting, which we'll inform you about as we get more information in June. But she's up for Video of the Year for Red and Highway Don't Care, Female Video of the Year for Red, and Collaborative Video of the Year for Highway Don't Care.
So, in other news, I know we talked last week about how Taylor was at the Met Gala on May 5th, but we actually saw some after-party pictures that we hadn't seen the next day, so they were really cool. Taylor was hanging out with Carly and Selena and Zoe and Emma Stone, and Selena also tweeted a really cute video of her and Taylor dancing, so it looks like it was a really fun night for Taylor getting to catch up with all her friends.
Yeah, that video was pretty adorable. And there was also a picture of Zoe playing. It looked to me like it was Zoe playing Taylor's piano. So I don't know if they went to Taylor's apartment and hung out, but that was pretty cool. They should do a duet together.
Oh, definitely. That would be amazing. So after that, Taylor flew over to LA, and on May 7th, she visited the Children's Hospital there.
Yeah, that was really cool. I was really happy because the Stay Fearless Chloe campaign has been going on for a while. Chloe's a little girl who just beat her cancer tumor, and she had this really cute sign that she and her tumor are never ever getting back together, ever. And Taylor went out to meet her, and I'm It was so great.
And it looked like she got to meet a lot of other patients while she was there too.
Yeah, she's pretty amazing.
And so after that, on May 8th, there was a KEDS event at Nordstrom that Taylor attended where some of the contest winners got to see her do an interview and talk about her style and other things. And so we'll be talking about that more a little bit later.
For right now, though, we're going to go into our mini segments, and we have some good submissions this week for you.
So our first one comes from Swifty Shell 13. And she says, it's funny how I'm sure of Taylor's age. I'm not sure of mine. Swifty problems. And I do this all the time. I'm like, am I 26 or am I 25 or am I 27? But I can tell you Taylor's age right off the bat.
Definitely. I'm the same way. I don't know my age anymore, but everybody knows Taylor's. Our next Swifty problem is from @VintageSwift, who says, I need to stop buying everything I see that has Taylor's face on it. Completely understandable.
Especially now that the Taylor store has free shipping. Until the 16th, I think.
Oh, that's right, they do.
It's a good deal.
Ashley, don't buy anything.
Our next one is from @XX Sophie McFly XX, and her Swifty bucket list says to go to the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville.
Definitely, everybody needs to go there.
It's so amazing. You'll love it.
Not only is it amazing to see it, but the songwriters who perform there are incredible.
I want to go. All right, our next one is from Indie Swift 13. Being afraid of passing out or crying and not being able to stop when you meet Taylor. Swifty problems. Ashley, did you have this problem?
I didn't. I stayed pretty calm.
Did you think you were going to freak out?
Kind of, but I think it helped that I had like 2 months beforehand when I knew I was going to meet her to mentally prepare for it. I think that if I had no clue I was going to meet her and I just found out like right before, that I would completely freak out.
What about after? I feel like if after I would just completely melt down.
I cried in the concert. Yeah, that happened. Because it was kind of a totally different feeling seeing her after having met her.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that would be cool. I feel like I would meet her and then maybe I could keep myself collected during the meeting, and then after I would just fall on the floor.
I feel bad saying that I was calm. It's not like I wasn't excited. I obviously was. I was just really, really happy. I don't know. I wasn't. I was pretty emotionally stable, I guess.
Well, it's cool. I mean, you've said before that everybody feels like they know Taylor.
Right.
So it felt like you were just meeting her friend.
I've met other celebrities who I like, but not nearly as much of a fan as I am with Taylor, but yet I get more nervous meeting them because I don't know what to expect, but I totally knew what to expect meeting her, and she was, she completely delivered on my expectations.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, hopefully this will help Indie Swift 13.
Yeah, she's just going to treat you like you're her friend that she hasn't seen in a while.
Well, our last submission is from Autumn King on Facebook, and she sent us, "It feels like a perfect night to sing 'We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together' to the guy in the drive-thru and get free food. P.S. This actually happened." That's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
We might have to try that. Just go to the drive-thru and start singing.
I'm pretty sure it depends on the drive-thru employee. Some might be less amused than others.
Yeah, or maybe try a different song like 22. People might get offended by We Are Never Ever.
Yeah, that's true.
But definitely keep sending us submissions for the mini segments. You can send them on Facebook, Twitter, email, anything that you have a Swifty problem, Swifty solution, Swifty bucket list, or it feels like a perfect night. Send them along to us. Next, we're going to go back into our fashion segment. We started this back up last week, and we hope you've been enjoying it. Let us know what you think. And if you want more information on what's contained in this fashion segment, please visit taylorswiftstyle.net, and you can see more pictures and information there.
On May 6th, Taylor was seen out and about in New York City, and she was wearing a black Tea by Alexander Wang classic jersey t-shirt dress. and it's $105. And with that, she was wearing a rag and bone. It's called the turn down fedora, which is $175, which she also wore last week. And then on her for her shoes, she had ModCloth Hop Couture loafers, which are $439. And then she topped it off with the Ray-Ban Wayfarer Light Force sunglasses, which are $185.
That was a good outfit. It looked like really casual but really chic for New York.
And the shoes actually look like cats. They were adorable.
Right, but were they actually rabbits? Since they're hop couture? I initially thought they were cats.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. They look like cats to me.
Me too.
So on May 7th, while Taylor was visiting the LA Children's Hospital, she wore a Theory Garda Albita dress, which is $315.
It's on sale. If you go to theory.com, they actually just marked it down to $189.
Wow.
Nice.
That's a good deal.
I mean, it's still expensive, but it's a big savings.
Yeah.
She topped it off with yellow Gucci suede pump shoes, which are $635.
Wow. Those are some expensive shoes, but I really like those. On May 8th, Taylor wore this gorgeous blue, it was kind of like a button-up, casual, very summery dress. It was blue and white, and it's Oscar de la Renta, and unfortunately, it is $990. When I saw her wearing this, I was like, oh, that looks like kind of a casual dress that I might actually be able to afford. And then when I found out that it was actually almost $1,000, I was really disappointed. But she looked amazing in it, and she paired it with these really cute navy Keds at the Keds Nordstrom event. Probably one of my favorite outfits last week.
I almost bought those shoes. I got the red ones instead.
You can't go wrong with red Keds, though.
No.
Finally, on May 9th, Taylor was seen leaving the gym wearing a Stella McCartney 3/4 sleeve crop top, which is $800, and Stella McCartney high yoke peg leg pants, which are $1,295. And for shoes, she had the Pedro Garcia Rica ankle booties for $550, which are sold out.
That is one expensive outfit.
It
I
is.
can't even imagine how much her gym membership probably costs.
That's a good point. Her outfit, though, was really classic. And I always wonder how, especially when she wears black, you never see any cat hair on her clothes. I don't know how she does
That
it.
is kind of surprising. She must have like a professional lint roller that just lives with her and like gets it all off her clothes.
Well, for our main discussion, we wanted to talk about Taylor going to Nordstrom in LA last week for the Keds and Teen Vogue contest. And in conjunction with this contest, Teen Vogue actually did an interview with Taylor, which was pretty cool. It had some really interesting answers. So we wanted to just go through it in case some of you didn't get a chance to read it. The interviewee asked Taylor what the last book she read was, and Taylor said a book about Zelda Fitzgerald. So that's pretty cool. I'm a huge fan of The Great Gatsby. It's one of my favorite books, so it's pretty cool that she's up into literature. The interviewer also asked Taylor what the last website she visited was, and she said Anthropology.com and real estate websites, which I have to stop doing.
That's funny.
Yeah, I thought that was funny, because I've been reading some reports that Taylor is looking to buy a house in San Francisco, and I don't know whether that's just a rumor or if it has any truth to it, but when she said she's been actually looking at real estate websites, I'm kind of curious what will happen with that.
She's going to end up owning a house in every 50 states.
Maybe that's her goal. I mean, it's smart to invest in real estate, and it's something she can do, so more power to her.
I mean, all her houses now that she's buying, if she ever decides to sell them, she'll probably make a huge profit and increase her millions, so.
Right. Well, prime example is the one she sold in New England where she made $1 million. I mean, she didn't own it for that long, and she made $1 million off it. The interviewer also asked Taylor what was the last song she listened to, and she said Cop Car by Keith Urban. You gotta listen to it. It's my jam. And I thought that was cool. I love Keith. I think he's great. And then they also asked, what was the last song that you sang along to? And she said, Sing by Ed Sheeran.
Appropriate answer. So they asked her some more questions. They said, what was the last movie you watched? And she said, Runaway Bride. And I've actually never seen that movie.
Really? You have to watch it.
Well, if Taylor watched it, I have to watch it, so I'll get right on that.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, I think it's been one of those ones that I always meant to see and never did. And they asked her, what was the last TV show you watched? And she said, Friends, last night. I had a marathon.
Always awesome.
And then they asked, what is the last app that you used? And she said, and this is funny, she said, an astrology one, and it just said, be yourself today. And I was like, thanks. It's like when you get a very generic fortune cookie and you're like, this doesn't help me. I really needed you today, and you didn't give me anything real. I think I need to buy the real app. I don't think they give you a lot on the free one. I think she can spend the 99 cents to get the real app.
Yeah, it might be a good investment.
And so then they asked her, what was the last museum or monument you visited? And she said, the Met, because I was at the Met Ball. You walk through the entire museum exhibit to get to the party. I think wearing a ball gown and being with your friends is pretty sick.
It's always been something that I kind of liked. So the next question that she asked and was answered was, I think this was my favorite question out of all of them. What is the last gift you gave a friend? And she said, it was random. One of those tiny little emergency kits that you have all the things in it that a girl would need. Like a mini sewing kit, like those little glittery packages that you get at Sephora and you put in your purse.
I need one of those.
And then they asked, what's your spirit animal? And she said, a fox, because they have to run and hide a lot, and I have to run and hide a lot too. I didn't mean that to sound sad. In my hand it sounded more like a statement. And when I said it, it sounded like something you say before you cry. I think she's more of a fox because she's cunning.
And witty. Yeah, I didn't know if that meant she feels like she's always running away from paparazzi.
I'm sure that has to be what she meant.
It's gotta be a pain having every day when you're just trying to walk around having people follow you.
Well, the next question that was asked was, if you had one superpower, what would it be? And she said healing people, which is really nice.
Aw, that really made me smile.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool answer because she's been asked this question before, and it's always consistently been that she wants to heal people.
And in a way, she does heal people.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that, especially since she's visiting all the hospitals lately, she just sees how sick the little kids are and she doesn't want them to be sick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the last question that they asked is, what's your motto? And she said, I got 99 problems. No, I'm just kidding. Did you ever watch the movie Love Actually, where Hugh Grant's voiceover says, if you look around, love actually is all around? That's my favorite motto.
That was awesome. I love that answer.
I remember when she had that as an ARM lyric.
Yeah. Today, we were lucky enough to get one of the winners of the Kids Nordstrom contest to join us, and her name is Gina, and I want to welcome her and thank her so much for joining us today.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming. We were so excited about this contest, and we have to admit a little bit envious of the winners, so we are really happy to be able to talk to somebody who is actually there. If you could just start and tell us what your KEDS entry was like, which week did you win, what kind of creative thing did you do?
Sure, so I actually won the very last week of the KEDS contest, and the theme was Dressed Up, Dressed Down. So basically, I created 2 outfits in one Instagram picture. The first outfit was a white polka dot dress, and the second outfit was a chambray shirt and lace shorts, and I kind of just laid a pair of classic white Keds in the middle of those 2. And yeah, they thought it was really creative and really, geared towards what Taylor Swift fans would like to wear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was just really excited when they told me I actually won.
So what was your reaction when they called you?
Actually, Teen Vogue called and let me know that I won. and I thought it was a joke at first.
I
But,
would too.
It was completely, it caught me off guard because I just kind of forgot about it because a week had passed before they called me. And yeah, she just said, we just want to let you know that you're the winner for week 4 and we're going to send you and a guest to LA to meet Taylor Swift. And I was so excited. I was basically speechless.
Wow, that's awesome. So had you been entering all 4 weeks and you were just kind of like losing hope?
I did enter all 4 weeks, but I didn't really lose hope because the week before, Kids actually regrammed my entry.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I got really excited about that. Like, I checked my phone one night and I had like 1 billion Instagram notifications and I'm like, okay, my last picture wasn't that cute. But then I looked what they did and they reposted the picture that I sent in. I'm like, oh, that's not what I was thinking it would be. That's so cool. And everybody was saying, you know, congratulations, that's so cool. And yeah, it was just so funny.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, they kind of told you were on the right track by reposting it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So they flew you out to LA,
Mhm.
and, you know, if you could just talk about what it was like. I know we've seen some pictures on Twitter and things of I know they had cases of some of Taylor's outfits. You know, just if you could just talk about what the event was like.
Sure. Well, it was held at Nordstrom in Glendale, California, and it was in this nice little outdoor mall, and the actual event was on a rooftop terrace, so it was a really nice, kind of like summer setting.
Oh, cool.
And, yeah, they had a live DJ, they had little snacks, like little cupcakes, cookies, stuff like that, lemonade, all kind of picky stuff. And, they also had a bunch of kids lined up in the center of the terrace, which was really nice because you could see all of Ked's new designs for the upcoming season.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, they also had Taylor Swift's outfits up in little, kind of like cases. And one was actually from the video Mean, which is the black and white dress.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah. And the other one was a lilac dress from the Begin Again video.
Oh, I love that one too.
So beautiful in person, yeah. And the rest of the outfits were like her different looks for all of the different kids ads that she posed for.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it was really cool to see them, you know, in real life, to see how cute they really look together. Other than that, me and the 3 other winners of the contest were escorted to the front row, where all the chairs were in front of the stage, and there were 2 empty chairs. I'm like, oh my god, she's going to be sitting there in like a few minutes. It was so cool.
Yeah, I can't even imagine
Yeah.
how you must have felt.
We were such anticipation because the music kept blaring. It was some Taylor songs, some of the, today's hits. You know, it was really fun. It was just like building up that anticipation for her to come out.
That's awesome. So then I've seen some clips of the interviews, and the biggest thing I've taken away from it was the whole bee incident.
Oh my
which
god, yeah.
sounds like it was hilarious. Did that happen like near the beginning of the interview, or?
I want to say it was towards the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, it was so cute how she reacted. This bee just landed on her knee, and she was just like, no, get away, get away. And she just stood up and started like stomping, kind of like shooing it away. We're like, oh no, it's going to sting her. But it finally flew away, and she's like, yeah, I just took care of him. I shamed him away. It was so cute.
Didn't she say something like, you have to act like the bee is a paparazzi? Or
Yes, yeah, because the interviewer
Okay.
actually said, man, the paparazzi in this town, huh? Yeah, that's basically how she handles them, too. She just, like, shames them away. Just, no, you
Wow.
can't be here.
I thought that was amazing because it kind of reminded me of when she was filming Love Story and there was like a spider on her dress and she flipped out.
Oh, yeah.
She
Right.
clearly doesn't like insects, which is my position as well.
Me too, I know what you mean.
So what other kinds of, I know that she also talked a little bit about cooking with in a garden and like chopping vegetables. Could you talk about some of the other things the interviewer went over with her?
Yeah, so basically she talked about classic style icons, because that's basically what the whole event was for. And she talked about how she looks to Audrey Hepburn and, Jackie Kennedy for classic fashion inspiration. And, what girl wouldn't want to look towards them because they're so timeless and they always look so put together and ladylike.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's basically how she is, too, Taylor.
Right. Yeah.
What else did she talk about? She also talked about, what her favorite kids were, how she used to wear kids when she was a little girl, like the classic white ones, the red ones.
Mm-hmm.
And she also took some fan questions from, I think it was from Twitter.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it was really nice for her to, interact with her fans.
Were there any really interesting Twitter questions?
Well, she said herself the most interesting was how her cat was doing. Everybody wanted to know about Meredith, and she says, she's very good. She's enjoying New York, and she especially enjoys flowers, especially when they're in a vase. And she kind of just rubs up against them and purrs. It was so cute how she talked about it.
Wow. Hopefully she's not attacking them like she tried to with her dress for the Met Gala.
I know, I couldn't believe that.
Okay, that's interesting because we did see Taylor in New York going to get flowers, so maybe they were for Meredith.
Yeah, possibly.
So how long did the interview last?
I want to say it lasted about 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was pretty long.
Yeah, that's awesome. And from what I understand, she didn't sing or anything, right?
No, she didn't.
Okay. All right. So then after the interview, is that when you went to meet her?
Yeah, we were taken to Nordstrom, inside Nordstrom, to the second floor, and we were waiting, in the wings of basically the background area of the store. So we were all in a row with our guests, and we had to line up by which week we won, so I was last.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good in a way.
That's
and probably
what I
also...
thought. Yeah, because then you kind of have a little more time with her.
Mm-hmm. But I guess the anticipation might have been building a lot while you were waiting.
Oh, definitely, yeah. So then we were taken in, and we got to meet her one by one. And when it finally came to my turn, I was like, oh my gosh, she doesn't even look real. She's so tall, she's so pretty. I'm like, oh, but it's really her. And it was so cool because I'm so much smaller than she is. So the picture was kind of funny. But when I went up to her, she immediately came to hug me and say, hi, how are you? She was just so nice, so sweet. And before we took the picture, we had a chance to talk, and I asked her how she liked New York, how she was enjoying her time in LA. Basically, I also talked about Meredith because I wanted to know about her.
Did she have any interesting responses to your questions?
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I love New York because you feel like you want to dress up every day, not like LA where you can be comfortable, but there's always paparazzi outside my door, so I want to try to look cute for them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was so cool. And I also told her that I went to school in New York, and she just thought that was so awesome. And she's like, oh, well, you understand how you want to look cute then. I said, oh, yeah, definitely. Then we posed for a picture, and the photographer took it. I got it the next day through my email. And it's so cute. We all look so happy in it.
Yeah, I've seen your picture. It's really cute.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's me and my mom with her.
Yeah, you all look great.
Oh, thank you.
And your dress is very Taylor-esque.
That's what I thought. This is perfect to wear for this.
So what did she say about Meredith when you asked her?
I actually asked her how Meredith was enjoying her time in New York, and she said, oh, she just doesn't care. She's just plops down on a window and just lays there. She's very unfazed by it. But I thought it was so cute because it reminded me of my cat.
Do you just have one cat?
Yeah, just one.
I have a dog, but Meredith makes me appreciate cats so much.
She's so adorable.
So, did Taylor actually see your KED submission? Do you know?
I'm not sure actually. She didn't say that she did, but it would be cool if she did. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not. Maybe KEDS showed her the submissions beforehand.
Yeah, they might have. That would be really nice.
So, how long would you say you got to hang out with Taylor?
It seemed pretty quick. It was about 2-3 minutes, but I really enjoyed it because, who wouldn't want to meet her?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. One of our other hosts, Ashley, met her for 30 seconds to a minute. It was one of the meet and greets before a show.
Oh, okay.
And, that was probably the best 30 seconds to a minute of her life.
Right.
How could you not want to meet Taylor?
Yeah. She's so sweet. Like, I felt like I was talking to one of my friends, basically. Yeah, she's very down to earth, very funny. She's great.
Mm-hmm. So you didn't feel like you were going to lose it or anything beforehand or during?
Oh, not at all, no, because I think I had time to collect my thoughts while I was waiting to meet her, which was good. So yeah, I was pretty okay.
Yeah, it's good you knew in advance, too, to kind of mentally prepare for it.
Oh yeah, they didn't just spring it on you, I know.
Yeah, and our co-host Ashley always says that meeting Taylor is it feels like you're meeting a friend, and clearly you've had the same experience, so that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
After you met Taylor, was that it for the event? Did they do anything else?
We also got to go back downstairs to the sneaker department, and we got to see all the new designs Keds has, and they also had kind of like a Taylor-themed beauty bar set up, which was really cool. Yeah, they had like a red lip bar, they had a braiding bar. It was really nice. I got my lips done because I cannot do it myself. It always looks horrible.
Me too.
But they did it so nice. I also got a pair of Keds, the white kind of like laser cutout ones.
Oh, okay.
For summer, spring, and they're really cute. They also came with a free gift, nail polish and lip gloss. So that was like a really nice setup that they had.
So did they have designs that haven't been released yet?
No, they were all already on the market.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's so many new ones that I love, and I want to buy them all.
Oh, me too. They're so cute.
Well, so then afterward, did you have to go right home? Or did you get to enjoy LA at all?
Yeah, we actually got there on Wednesday afternoon, and we left Friday morning. So we had a little bit of time to check it out because our hotel was right next to Universal City.
Mm-hmm.
So we did like the tour of the back lots, like where Desperate Housewives was filmed.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Psycho, all those old movies. So it was a lot of fun because I've never been to California before.
Uh-huh, me either.
Yeah, it was really nice to check out at least a little bit of the city.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, it sounds like you had a great time.
It was so great. I didn't want to go home.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, is there anything else you forgot to tell us?
Probably when I was leaving Taylor, she kind of did like a handshake, but she just kind of grabbed my hand. She goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I just kind of gave you a half shake there. Let me get you a real shake." So, she's very cute.
That's so cute. You said she also gave you hugs, too, right?
Yeah, in the beginning.
Okay, wow, she's doing handshakes and hugs.
Yeah, she's really affectionate.
Wow. Again, I would be lying if I said I weren't jealous.
Thank
but
you.
I'm so glad you had such a great time.
Thank you, yeah.
We really, really appreciate you sharing your experience so our listeners can hear about it.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
And thanks so much for being on the show today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thanks again so much to Gina for joining us during this interview and sharing with us her experience about meeting Taylor at the Nordstrom contest. If you want to read stories from other winners about the contest, please feel free to go to YouTube and search for the username Tia Chia. That's spelled T-I-A space C-H-I-A. And she has a YouTube video called Keds Perfect Pairs and Meeting Taylor Swift. And you can search for that on YouTube where she talks about her experience. You can also go to Tumblr to read about one of the other winners' experience. Her name is Liz, and you can find her Tumblr at rainwouldlastforever.tumblr.com. And she included a post called "Today was the most amazing perfect day ever," which is appropriate. So feel free to search for that and read about her story. And thanks again to Gina. So next we want to give you a reminder about our exciting giveaway we have this month.
So you have a chance to win the Taylor Swift card game, which was what she used for her CMA Awards 2013 mailing. So this was a special merch item that only was sent out to CMA voters, but we have one to give away. And basically, it's like a really cool pack of playing cards where they have pictures of Taylor and different facts about her on them, and you can play an actual card game with them. So if you want to win, go to our Twitter, and we have a tweet pinned at the top of our page at Swiftcast13, which has a link to a brief survey that we have right now. And if you fill out the survey and put in your email address at the end, you will be entered to win. So that's going to go until May 31st, and it's one entry per person, and it is open worldwide. You can also go to swiftcast13.com, which is our website, and we have the link on there too, right on the homepage.
Can I submit a survey?
I guess you can.
Oh, yay! I won't get picked, don't worry. All right, so our weekly reminders for you. Please press the subscribe button on iTunes, and it will download the latest episode for you automatically. On Taylor Connect, we're Swiftcast13. On Twitter, we're at Swiftcast13. Our Gmail is theswiftcast13@gmail.com. Our Facebook is facebook.com/theswiftcast. And, of course, our website is swiftcast13.com.
So, finally, we're going to go to what we think Taylor will do next week.
So next week, Taylor will... Oh, man.
I think she's going to send Meredith to cat obedience school so that she doesn't destroy any more $1,000,000 ball gowns.
I think next week Taylor is going to be attending some more rehearsals for the Red Tour.
Oh, that's true. Asia is starting soon.
And I believe all the dancers are back in Nashville, already rehearsing again.
Right.
So exciting.
I agree that the dancers are already in Nashville, but I think Taylor's not going to go this week. I think she's going to stay in New York this week and wear more amazing outfits out in New York that I can't afford to buy. But that's okay.
All right.
So if any of that happens, we will definitely let you know next week on episode 53. So thanks so much for joining us, and we hope you have a great week. For now, this has been Steph,
Ashley.
And Haley.
See you later.
Bye.
Peace out, Swift Scouts.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Swiftcast. Visit us on the web at theswiftcast.com. The theme song for Swiftcast was written and performed by Sydney and Chuck. Swiftcast is not directly affiliated with Taylor Swift, Big Machine Label Group, or 13 Management.